volumes. And just such, that's the tip of the iceberg, really, in terms of social skills that you need, and don't take them for granted. I always say, mannerisms, etiquette, protocol, use it to your advantage, because you always will find yourself in positions where that is where you stand out from the crowd and outclass your competition.
Talking about finesse and panache, just watching you alone, you're a perfect example. I mean, the way you're presenting yourself now, even though you are online, or I mean, the way you're presenting yourself, you're smiling at us, you're explaining things with finesse. Yeah. So it tells a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what are the consequences for failing to pay attention to personal branding?
Honestly speaking, a lot of people don't realize the impact of not. It's amazing because a lot of people do take it for granted. Some people will say, I'm too busy, I haven't got no time for that, They jump out of the house, with their, I call it bedroom face, no attention to detail, and they get on with work and assume things are gonna go on well. No, you must take intentional steps to really take care of the perception people have of you. It's so easy for people to see you, and first impressions go a long way, and they create some kind of impression of you, and you don't even know what it is. Guess what? We are all a package. We are a brand. Everyone has a brand. It depends very much on how you showcase your brand. Imagine you being put in a box, a white box with a ribbon on it. They put you on the shelf, put a label and put a tag on you. People will price you without your permission. And so because of that, and I mean judge you without your permission. And it's very important you understand how they judge you. Because like I said, they can lift you up like a star and drop you like a hot potato. So why do you need to pay attention to your personal brand? Most especially as you're a public relations professional. You know what? If you don't care about your personal brand, how are people going to know you? Remember, your job is to really manage the image, the public image of your clients. So how are people going to know you? You're not going to be visible, right? So your visibility becomes limited. People don't know you. You won't be able to attract new clients. And guess what? You're in business, right? And you will indeed miss many opportunities to showcase your talent, your expertise, your skills. When you don't take care of your personal brand, you're not even credible anymore, right? Your credibility becomes diminished. There's something that says out of sight is out of mind. So when people don't see you, people can't even assess how good you are. So your credibility just automatically drops. People begin to question, is she good? Are you sure she's good? Have you worked with him or her before? Have you worked with that organization? Really, I haven't heard about them. I don't really know them. So they cannot vouch for your credibility or even your professionalism because there's no evidence, right? Again, too, if you don't showcase work, build on your personal brand, how are you going to differentiate yourself from other people? There's no distinction. You're just going to be among the crowd. You're going to be a follower. But the truth is, you really want to be a leader. I mean, not everybody wants to be a leader. I get that. But, you really want to stand out. There is fierce competition out there. And so how do you make yourself different? What is your unique value proposition? What is your unique selling point? What is it that you want people to know you for? Because there's so many professionals out there. So you want to distinguish yourself. You want to differentiate yourself. Okay. Indeed, if you don't work on your personal brand, you are going to miss networking opportunities to get more acquaintances, more clients. Okay. And at that, more referrals. Because people, your job is to be referred. Oh, God, that guy is fantastic. That organization is really good. And then even opportunities for collaboration, you're going to miss them. Again, where is your career? It's really about what you want and why you want it. What is your goal for your career? If you don't develop your personal brand, then your career is just sitting down there on ground zero. Are you not planning to evolve and to grow? Because at this point, if you don't, your career advancement will be stagnated. No promotion, no recognition, no new jobs, no advancement, honestly speaking. And of course, if you don't work on your personal brand, you're not going to be able to impact. You're not going to be able to influence. You're not going to be able to make a difference in your environment, or even at that, show or give value. So for me, your personal brand is so important. There's several consequences. You will just stay flat and stagnant. And this is the digital age. This is the age of innovation, of creativity, of advancement, of learning new things, unlearning old things, and possibly relearning those things that you have left behind in the past. So it's really about elevating yourself, taking yourself to another notch higher, and really plunging. In a nutshell, I would say getting out of your comfort zone and making sure that you advance your career. The choice is yours. The decision is yours. Where are you today, and where do you really want to be?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Janet. This has been a very insightful session. If you have any questions, please leave them in the chat box. Please, Ma, tell us, what are some practical steps that public relations professionals can take to build their personal brands? What are some practical steps?
Okay. So, your personal brand is very important to you. It needs to be a career goal. You need to know what your goal is and the why. What's going to give you personal fulfillment? It's very important for you to define, your unique strengths and values, your expertise, and identify it really early. So for me, it's about, what are your strengths? Sit down, do a personal SWOT analysis. Identify, even if it's just five strengths of yours, possibly 5 weaknesses of yours, 5 opportunities that you can turn those weaknesses into strengths, and 5 possible challenges that may come in your way. I implore you as well to allow someone, a close friend, a spouse, a relative, your child, to do the same thing. Give them that SWOT analysis to do for you. You'd be amazed at how many strengths you have that you didn't even know. So tell 2 other people to do the same thing. Bring out your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And then look at, what are your true values? What do you really want out of life? What is your expertise? What are you really, really good at? What can you say you can do so well without asking for money, for a passion, as a passion, and that you really love doing all the time? What are your true personality traits? What is it about you that people say is really, really good about you? As you're building your brand, you're taking these notes down. What is your potential, right? In terms of what you can bring to the table for your client. As you're recognizing and building your personal brand, who exactly is your audience? Who do you want to appeal to? Are you in the professional space? Are you in the entrepreneurial space? Are you in the government space? Or, where is your niche, to be honest? Where is your niche? So who are you targeting in terms of your audience? At the same time, you want to work on building your online presence. What does your online presence look like? What is the message that you're sending out there? Because online is very important. What we put out there, you can't take it back, okay? So you have to be very careful the message that you put out on, online. You want to just start probably with your LinkedIn page and work on that so people can see what you do and who you do it for. You want to make sure that once in a while, you're putting out good content. You're sharing something of value. You're not getting money for it, but you're sharing something of value that, your thought leadership, your ideas behind something. Or maybe you saw a quote or you saw a video that you really liked that resonated with you. Put it on your LinkedIn page so that other people can share and see your thought process. All right. It's really about making sure that you network, you build relationships, you find yourself joining memberships, joining groups. Somebody invites you to an event. Don't say, no, I don't feel like going. No. Hey, jump at it. You don't know who you're going to meet there. You have no idea who holds the key to your success. You know what I mean? So it's really about speaking to, how can I build my relationships? How can I get more acquaintances? How can I put myself out there for more clients? All right. It's about you showcasing yourself as that leader, as that person who can do, the right thing. It's about also developing your, what I call your verbal business card. And in that verbal business card, it's your pitch, your elevator pitch. It's about who you are, what you do, who you do it for, and what you can do for me if I meet you. I'll say that again. Who you are, your name, what you do, your profession, who you do it for, the organization, and what exactly can you do for me? The moment you say something that's, really, you can do that for me? I'd love to get in touch with you. And that's how you develop and cultivate your relationship. It's so, so, so important, all right? Because at the end of the day, as you're building your own personal brand, don't forget one thing. I want to say this. Have your own style. Create and cultivate your own style. Fashion, it comes and goes, but style is eternal, right? You are your own ambassador. You have to toot your own horn, all right? Create your own style. And when I say create your own style, I don't say go and break the bank. No, I'm not saying go and wear expensive clothes. I'm saying wear that thing that's comfortable for you, that thing that gives you confidence, that thing that when you step out, yes, you feel good about yourself, all right? And so this is the journey to your own personal fulfillment. Again, at the same time, if you are invited to speaking engagements, please accept those speaking engagements. If you're invited to join a panel, of course, join the panel. Lend your ear, lend your word, lend your idea, your opinion. All right. Be a guest on a podcast, on a radio show. This is how you build your personal brand. This is how you attract new clients. This is how you create opportunities for your career. And of course, most importantly, I have to say, when you're building your personal brand, just don't forget integrity is very important. Creativity is key. And innovation is the key word.
Dr. Janet deserves a round of applause. That beautiful presentation, so flawless presentation. Thank you so much, Dr. Janet. Yes. Give her a round of applause. Yeah. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Dr. Janet. So you spoke about what your online presence says of you, and you also spoke about taking up speaking engagements. So my question now is, do you take up every speaking engagement presented to you?
So that's a very good one. Again, you're talking about your personal brand. How does it resonate with you? I spoke about who's your target audience, all right? And your message being very authentic, your message being clear, your message speaking to what your audience actually wants. I don't pick every engagement, absolutely not. It has to resonate with me. It has to speak to what I love talking about. I also look at the audience. Just on Friday, I was actually speaking again about personal branding to female lawyers at the Nigerian Bar Association Women's Forum. They had their conference on Thursday and Friday, and it was really speaking about the importance of personal branding as well to female lawyers, speaking specifically to women. Women find themselves so busy, too busy to take care of their looks. They pay so much attention to the clients, to the job, they really forget about themselves, okay? And then, of course, they're multitasking. They're being the mother, they're being the wife, and at the same time, being, a professional at work. So where's the time to build on their personal presence or personal brand? No. That's the first thing you have to work at. When you're client facing, you have to work on your personal brand. So personally with me, things like that, when I'm speaking to women, I'm speaking to groups and organizations that I know this is of value to them. This will help them grow their career. Those are the kind of speaking engagements that I love to speak at.
Awesome. So does anyone have a question for Dr. Janet? I can see a lot of accolades. I can see a lot of positive feedback in the comments. So it has been a very valuable session. So if you have a question, kindly raise your hand or leave your question in the chat box. So while we're waiting for the question, I'd like to inform you that we'll be having more of these sessions every Tuesday. For the next 2 Tuesdays, we'll be having sessions like this on Tuesday. So if you enjoyed this session, you shouldn't miss next week's session. We'll be talking about digital public relations. And I'm sure you don't want to miss it. So Peter is raising his hand. Peter wants to speak. Yeah.
Mm.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Peter Oyineye, a member of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations FCT chapter in Abuja. I must say it was a very, very amazing presentation. Thank you so much, Doc.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Now, my question is, how do we sell this gospel of social skills, personal branding to members of staff? You know, each person's brand, each person's image affect the corporate image. And you see some people saying, oh, it's you PR people, that's your thing. No, we can dress anyhow, we can talk anyhow. So how do we convince the management? How do we convince the entire staff that this thing, whatever you do, affect the corporate image, the big picture? So the image or the branding of the members of staff cannot be separated from the corporate image. So, Doctor, can you speak to that? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Oyene. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because your staff are the face of your organization. And if you come shabby, I give you an example. Imagine you are a banker and you come to me, to my office, because you want to market some of your products in the bank. And you come so shabbily dressed and you look like you've been out in the sun and all your clothes looking sweaty and pretty unkempt. And you tell me you want me to drop 1 million naira. Excuse me, I think I would like you to look, a million naira, so to say, in quote, right? I would like you to look decent. I'll be thinking, oh my gosh, really? Are you going to run away with my money? Because you don't really look the part. And then the following day, another organization, another bank comes in, and 2, 3 people come in, all suited and booted with their badge, looking so well. Who exactly do you think I'm going to drop my money with? I'm going to look at the impression you give, the perception that you give, because perception is reality. You might not even have anything, but because you presented yourself so well, I would like to do business with you. You're creating the trust, you're creating the likability, you're actually creating the credibility. So in my organization, for example, I had some new employees, a lot of Gen Z, and they love to dress up the way they like to express themselves. And I'm like, one day I walked into the office, I'm like, no, 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 no. This is a corporate environment. You can't wear this. This is not appropriate. This is not appropriate. And we had that going on and on. I knew HR was, telling them off, scolding them. And then one day I now said, look, I'm going to go back to my formula. You have to have a culture in your organization, a corporate culture, one that people follow suit. Create a standard for yourself as an organization. How do you want to be perceived? And then I now came up with, look, this is it. These are our corporate colors, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'd love you to wear these corporate colors, red, black, and white, or cream, on those 3 colors, days. On Thursday and Friday, on Thursday, you can be corporate, but wear any color you like. On Friday, you can even dress down a little bit. So there's a bit of flexibility, okay? Honestly speaking, by the time they started following this culture of ours, I could see how well these ladies could dress. And the gentlemen who don't even like, being sharply dressed, it was a complete transformation. They now had made intentional efforts to look really good when coming to work, not just put on anything. And people come to you and say, wow, your stuff looks so well. And you can showcase, the etiquette, the manners, the protocol, the vision, the appearance. You could see all of that. And this is like, wow, so you actually can suit and boot like this. You can dress well. And it wasn't about breaking the bank. It was just about making extra effort to look good, appear good. Why? When you look good, appear good, feel good, you are more confident to do your work. You're more confident to showcase your organization. You're more confident to represent your organization. And honestly, that for me was a transformation. So you need to sell to your clients a culture that represents your organization, a culture that speaks value. Every organization has core values. how exactly are you transmitting that to your client is very important. So let them inculcate some kind of culture, a dress code, you name it, behavior code, code of conducts that everyone follows. And that way, you know that everyone is on the same page. I hope I answered your question.
I believe your question has been answered. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Janet. So someone says, what do you do if you're in an environment that doesn't appreciate your unique set of skills?
What kind of environment would that be? And how would you know that they don't appreciate? I would love to know, whoever asked that question, how do you know that people don't appreciate your skills? How exactly are you showcasing your skills? I need to mention something here very important about personal branding. It is very true that a lot of people also are facing what we call the imposter syndrome. So you're trying to showcase your personal brand, but some people feel, I'm not so sure about that. They have self-doubt about themselves, and it's happening everywhere. They don't want to showcase their abilities. They don't want to showcase their achievements. They downplay their strengths. They downplay their accomplishments. They actually simply lack confidence. So how are you going to showcase your personal brand if you're suffering from imposter syndrome? Because you can't really present your authentic self because you don't actually believe in yourself. So you begin to underestimate your own true values. You're reluctant to showcase your expertise, all right? And this is a problem. Because why? Some people have the fear of failure. They feel like they're going to be exposed as a fraudster. They fear, the fear of just be a failure. They don't even take on some promotions or some jobs because no, I don't think I can take that job. No, I don't think I'm good enough for that job. Can you give it to Mr. So and so and so and so? So because they fear rejection, they feel like people, they have these, yes, like somebody says, serious limiting beliefs about themselves. And then they begin to compare themselves to other people and start looking at their own wrongs and start looking at the things that they do badly. Oh, wow, why would you do that to yourself? And when you have that problem with imposter syndrome, you can't showcase yourself, your personal brand, because why? You start avoiding being visible. No, I don't want to see. I even have some friends, when we're all taking a group picture, she'll go to the back. She doesn't want to be seen. I'm like, what's wrong? Why don't you want to be seen in the picture? Say, no. They shy away, and they don't want to promote themselves. No, I'm shy. I don't want to go on social media. No, they don't want to speak at engagements. They don't even want to network. Invite them to, no. Or they come for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes down the line, they're going. Like, why? They're not so clear about their own message, right? They're not so clear about their brand. And they can't even recognize the good things about themselves. But let me quickly mention though, the person who said, how you manage a situation where people don't appreciate. Could you be suffering from imposter syndrome? I don't know. Do you not believe in yourself? Do you not understand what you're good at? So this is it. In case anyone is listening out there and this resonates with you, the first thing you really want to do to deal with imposter syndrome, I want to just comfort you by saying you're not alone. A lot of people really do. I do a lot of executive coaching, senior executives, I must tell you, and they all have this imposter syndrome, procrastination, we'll do it later kind of thing. But recognize the fact that you're not alone, okay? Now challenge your negative beliefs. Challenge them. Challenge your negative thoughts. Question why you doubt. Why are you doubting it? Why are you constrained by these beliefs? What's going on? What could be happening? Why is that? Why do you think like that and you don't think like other people? Why are you so more pessimistic than being optimistic? Why are you always thinking about the bad side of things rather than the good things? I will say to you, focus on your achievement. Focus on those things that you have succeeded in life. Focus on those things that have made you proud. Focus on those things and celebrate the good things that you have done because you are worth it. If somebody can see that you are worth a position, know that you are worth it. Don't second guess yourself. I have lots of clients that say, maybe that was luck. I think that was a bit of luck. No, it wasn't luck. You credit it, you merit it, okay? Be realistic also about your expectations. Understand, right? Know yourself. Know who you are. Be more self-aware. Learn. What is your goal? What is your mission? Evolve. When you're making those goals, make them smart. Very specific to you. You can measure them over a period of time. You can achieve them in a short period or in a long period. They're so relevant. It's all about you, no one else. And you can do it within the time frame that you have set for yourself. Have some self-compassion. Yeah, you did it. Have some me time. Go to the spa. Have a me day. Go and watch a movie. My goodness, treat yourself. Feel good about yourself. So that when you're wearing clothes, you don't start second guessing yourself. Nah, people will think I'm showing off. Absolutely not. Feel good about what you're wearing. Feel good about yourself. Encourage and support yourself. If you do need support out there, yeah, get a coach, right? Get a coach. Get a coach, get a mentor, speak to friends, speak to colleagues, speak to, if you might even need a therapist. Yeah, get the right person who can help you. And finally, really take action. Don't just say, I feel like I'm suffering from imposter syndrome and sit down there and let it go on forever. No, take some action, right? Get out of that comfort zone of being limited in your beliefs, right? Speak to how you can learn more. On the radio this week, I do a program, Etiquette with Janet, on Beach FM, Classic FM. I was running it on 5 or 6 channels until it was becoming extremely overwhelming. But I'm talking about evolving. This is the time to learn new things. This is the time to upskill yourself as a public relations professional. Always be thinking of how can I do things better? It's the digital age. What do you not know about digital things? Things are changing all the time. Learn new things, all right? Seek to want to improve yourself, okay? So for that person who said, my goodness, they don't appreciate me. No, if you appreciate yourself, you are your own ambassador. Toot your own horn. Don't let other people do it for you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Janet. Someone says, Dr. Janet, please don't leave without a brief recap.
A brief recap or something that I can say that you... Well, the truth of the matter is this. You're trying to build your personal brand. It's not going to happen overnight. And you can't compare yourself to somebody who's been showcasing their personal brand for the longest of times. I mean, I really admire people in public relations. I really do admire your chairman. He had the signature bow tie for the longest time, really standing out, from the rest, sharply dressed. And even now, he has a traditional personal brand, okay? And I'm sure you've all noticed that. Absolutely, that is leading by example. So what are you going to do? Take baby steps, right? Yes, define who you want to be perceived as. Define who you are and what you want people to experience when they meet you. Start with your LinkedIn page and start working on it. What is your why? Why are you doing this? Why are you showcasing this? What is your passion? What do you love to do the most? Okay, like I said before, do that personal SWOT analysis. It's very, very important. Look out for a coach who can be your accountability partner, who can take those steps. Oh, you know what? I need a coach. I'm looking for how I can build my personal brand. I don't really know how to go about it, but I want somebody to go on this transformative journey with me. That way, no more procrastination. That way, each time before you meet your coach, you're going to do one new thing, getting closer to your goal. Again, keep on evolving. What's the latest in this profession? What is new in this profession? What do I need to know that I really don't know? I'm the what? My generation is very different, all right? There's a lot of Gen Zs around us. We're employing Gen Zs. The thought process, the mindset is completely different. Hey, you need to get down to their level. You need to get down to their level if you really want to be relevant in today's world, in today's society, right? Be consistent. If you start something, if there's something about you that you like, I don't know what it is. You like long hair, you like short hair, you like to, wear that smile all the time. Be very pleasant, be very friendly. Come across as somebody who's very approachable, right? Create that visual brand for yourself. Send the right message and keep on being engaging. Seek to always impact and influence people around you. Build your skills, communicate, communicate, communicate. If you have the H factor, if your pronunciations are not good, once you notice something that you know you need to improve on it, hey, get on it right away. Get on it right away. Speak to how you can keep on projecting your image, all right? And for me, it's about your appearance. It's about being that leader. And I'll wrap up here by saying, as a leader, speak to that word leader, Leader. What is it that you need to do to build that strong brand? Your look for L, your appearance. How are you looking? That appearance. How do you showcase how you look on a daily basis? E, how are you engaging people around you? Are you motivating them? Are you inspiring them? Are you supporting them? Are you actually learning from them as well? A, how do you act? How are you behaving? What is it about your behavior that is good, that is bad, that is ugly? If you're a leader, remember you're mentoring from a distance. People are watching you. People want to emulate you. So you want to really lead by example. D is about how you deliberate. How are you making decisions? How are you solving problems? How are you, like, on the spur of the moment, some kind of decision needs to be made and you don't have much time to think about it. How do you act impromptu, on the spot? E as well, again, evolving, finding progress, finding growth for yourself. And the final one is R, resonate. How does your voice sound like when you communicate? You indeed are the one speaking for your clients. So you must speak for yourself as well. How are you resonating? How, when you speak, what are people hearing? How does your voice come out? What's the tone of your voice like? All right. Are you polite when you speak? All right. Are you having inflection? Are you dull? Are you cautious when you speak? What's the tone of your voice like? What's the speed of your voice like? Is it high? Is it low? Is it fast? Is it slow? Do you understand what people are saying before you actually say? It's not your 2 cents. You must understand. You must articulate what you want to say before you even say it. Always respect people, no matter what. In your profession, you must respect. And of course, when you're enunciating, pronouncing, always speak with elegance. It's very important to speak elegantly and eloquently at all times, because that's what your profession really speaks to.
Thank you so much, Dr. Janet. You spoke about the need to smile more, to exude that aura of positivity. So I think I want to be smiling more from now on. You can see,
Yes.
I'm going to smile like you. Yeah, thank you so much. So someone said something. Yeah, someone said, I love it. Yes. Yes, we love her smiles. Yes. Yeah, so someone asked a question. How do you manage your personal and corporate brand? How do you manage? And so you
That's
have
a
a personal.
very brilliant question. That's a very brilliant question because for the longest, people know me. They actually don't know my corporate brand. They know me. They say, oh yeah, I know Etiquette with Janet. I know Dr. Janet Adetu, but I don't know JSK Consulting Group, right? And even just the other day, one of my staff said, no, we need to be putting your face on the face of some of our flyers so that people will know that it is you. But a lot of your work will speak for itself, no matter where you are. Indeed, it is about managing your personal brand, but inculcating your values in your corporate space. So even when because I do executive coaching, which is quite different. I run a HR consultancy practice, right? And it speaks about promoting peak performance in people. I try as much as possible to inculcate my values within my organization, even among my staff. So many a times you see my staff almost behaving like me, acting like me, really emulating me because my values are consistent. My message is clear. I am trying to be very visible in what I do. I try to be very, very vigilant. Visible is the word, actually. Visible. So if you step into my office, you see me, you feel me, you will experience me within my office setting. But again, of course, as a leader, you want to make sure that your team aligns with you. They understand your goals, they understand your objectives, and they practice exactly what you are preaching. So in managing both your personal brand and your corporate goal, there should not be any distinction whatsoever. They should align together and speak the same message all the time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Janet.
Welcome.
Final words for us. You've said a lot about our personal brands. You've spoken about the need for us to improve ourselves. now that you've pointed out those areas we need to work on, it's now for us to go back and work on those areas. And so that next time we meet you, we can say, oh, this is what we've achieved so far from the last time we had this conversation with you. So yes, it's good that we are having this webinar, but it's more important that we are able to practicalize what we've learned. So I look forward to seeing more PR professionals, more of my professional colleagues coming out there, branding themselves more professionally. I look forward to seeing that. And I thank you so much, Dr. Janet, for coming up on this webinar. I know that everyone here is grateful. We've had so many positive comments in the chat section. People are grateful. We're thankful to have you here. So yes, back to my professional colleagues. If I believe and I know that you've enjoyed this session. In fact, some people want to take Dr. Janet home. They wish they could bring.
Can I remind them something though? If you've forgotten everything I've said here, please remember this. If you want to step out tomorrow as that great, fantastic public relations professional, working, building, maintaining your personal brand, remember this. Always make sure you are looking attractive. And I say not to break the bank, but your appearance is important, right? It's very, very important. Make sure that you are the authentic you. You can't change your height, your age, your color, your ethnicity. So attractive, be authentic, be appropriately dressed for the occasion. Always recognize who's going to be there. Be aligned with your environment, always, and try as much as possible to be very authoritative. Yes, I know my onions. I know what I'm talking about. Again, work on your confidence. Work on being very credible. Work on your character, all right? Work on being consistent and clear about your personal brand. So 5 A's and 5 C's.
Thank you so much, Dr. Janet.
You're most welcome.
Thank you enough. Yes, so I believe everyone has enjoyed this session. And like I said, we'll be having another session next week, Tuesday, and it will be on digital public relations. It's a session you don't want to miss. We'll be having Olutayo Iratiola, and we'll also be having Dotun Babatunde, who will be speaking on digital public relations. So please make plans to attend. Also invite your friends. And also remember that the Nigeria Public Relations Week will be taking place in Abeokuta from April 22nd to April 26th. And you don't want to miss it. This is just a tip of the iceberg. We have so much in store for you. We have so many PR sessions, Yes. So if you're yet to register, please register as soon as possible so that you can be a part of this session. So someone is asking a question. Dr. Janet, someone is asking, are you the host of Etiquette with Janet?
Yes, I am. I am. So I used to do Etiquette with Janet. Well, I'm still doing since 2013. Etiquette with Janet on Classic FM and Beat FM. I used to do Ladies Etiquette with Janet on City FM, Wedding Etiquette with Janet on Nigerian Info, Business Etiquette with Janet on Radio Nigeria, and Etiquette with Janet on Sunrise TV, Etiquette with Janet on Wake Up Nigeria. So I am the Janet.
Dr. Janet, I noticed you have etiquettes for everything, like etiquette for holding a pen, etiquette for sitting, So we look forward to more sessions like this with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's something I have a passion for. I speak to, essentially, I love to speak about presence, personal presence, professional presence, leadership presence, and of course, the big one, executive presence. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Okay. So that's noted. We'll follow you on your social media platforms, and we'll stay in touch.
You're most welcome. Thank you. I've enjoyed the session.
All right. So we'll see you at the next session next week, Tuesday. Please prepare to attend. Also prepare to attend the Nigeria Public Relations Week. I hope to see you there in person. And on this note, I'd like to say thank you so much for attending this webinar. I know you've gained so much. Please tell your friends, invite them for the next session. Have a lovely day ahead.
Thank you, everybody. We've come to the end of the session. Thank you so much.